Mhm.
And hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, perhaps. And welcome to another setting of Rage Across New York. As tonight, Simon has heard a hell that kind of hits him pretty hard, but he knows that it hits someone that he knows even harder. And so, after taking it in, he'll look for someone that's close to him. He'll look for his alpha looking well, kind of using the little helping hand that reindeer gives him. Or start looking for his alpha. Probably kind of in a hurrying step, not completely rushing, but he kind of wants to get there quick too.
Yeah. Um, he will find himself heading in the direction of where all the cabbage used to be. At least where the umbral reflection of them would have been. If assuming they'd been around enough for there to be an umbral reflection, but you know where I mean.
Yes.
By the rock and all that. And yeah, as he follows that tug or whatever however that works, that sort of knowing, he will find her pretty much sitting on the ground in on as close as she can figure the exact spot where the couch would have been. Although it's not there because there's no cabin there anymore. She's just sitting on the ground.
So he'll be running till he gets close to her, till he sees her, and he'll slow down his pace. And move towards her.
I mean, you're not sneaking up, right?
No, he's not seeing me up.
Sneaking up on a Garu is usually a bad choice unless you're trying to kill them. Or unless you want them to kill you. We're twitchy people. But yeah, as she can hear footsteps coming, I'm sure there have been footsteps past this area. It's not like this is we're the only people who ever come through here. It's pretty popular. But as she hears footsteps, she'll look up, realize who it is, and kind of offer a little bit of just a little. I mean, it's a smile. It's not the happiest of smiles, but it is a smile, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Kind of, yeah. It's very similar smile in feeling wise. And with a sigh, he'll say, I assume you heard the hell, huh?
There's a nod. And she'll kind of pat the ground next to her, which is going to be funny. And she'll be like, would you like to join me on the couch?
And yeah, he'll come. I know how you kind of, when you come from behind the couch, sometimes you kind of jump in, kind of jump over it, kind of grabbing the couch to jump over it. And yeah, he'll kind of do a motion like that, like he's pretending the couch is there and jumping from behind the couch onto next to her.
She'll kind of look at that and kind of tilt her head for a second and be like, you do realize you just went through a wall, right?
Hey, I'm an Arun. I'd probably break that wall. He'll smile.
You're Naru, not the Kool-Aid man. I couldn't make that joke to Pounce. She'd be like, what is Kool-Aid man?
I'd smile. Explaining the Kool-Aid man might be kind of difficult, although it might also be kind of hilarious.
I mean, she'd try.
How are you?
I don't know. I don't know how I am, Simon. It's just weird. Everything's coming to an end, and yet everything's beginning again. You know?
Yeah, I think I do. But let her sigh. Soon you'll be leaving too. You'll have your own duties to attend to. And you'll be with your sister. And with my sister, it's still not a completely happy smile, but there's a, a bit more happiness in there.
She just nods. I don't know what I'll be doing. Well, I don't know what I mean. I don't mean that necessarily. First, I need to worry about my Athro challenge. After that, assuming that I, don't die.
You won't.
I never know. It's an Athro challenge. I've heard stories. I've heard so many stories of what Travis Moran went through on his. Evidently had to take down a whole bunch of leeches.
A group of leeches? Damn.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not Naroon, but that still, I mean, that could be pretty nasty. So I'm guessing you might realize by now.
We did one shot one of them. And he'll smile.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. But between him and his friend, he managed to hold like 5 of us at bay to the point that I feel that we would have died in the next like 30 seconds if we hadn't run the hell away at some point before that.
He and his friends seemed strong.
He was strong. I've just gotten better. And I got lucky. And I'll be honest, it was a gift from Gaia. I shouldn't take credit for things that aren't entirely my own skill,
It will not.
The gift called coup de grace. At least that's what we call it. It's a Black Fury thing that we've learned.
And he'll smile. The name kind of fits. It's a French term. The coup de grace is the finishing strike. Well, coup de grace.
Yeah, that's how it's spelled. I just don't speak French.
And he'll smile. Yeah. It translates to the finishing blow.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, it made me look totally badass, but it wasn't just me.
Doesn't matter. You still did it. And that gift, you earned it. So in the end, even if the gift was given to you by Gaia, you are the one that struck that beach down.
The one that wielded it and finally got revenge on him for killing Aaron. But look at that. I mean, did it bring Aaron back? No. Eric is still missing his best friend. Same as killing those. Well, the fact that Eric murdered the shit out of those Macaulay that should have killed me, should have killed Jacob, and did kill Isaac. did not bring back Isaac.
Killing the enemy never brings back the people we lost. Just make sure that they don't take any more people.
Yeah. Isaac's okay. I'd like to think Aaron is too.
I'm sure they are now. And one day, I'll make sure that my brother is okay. He's not right now. One day I'll make sure he is, and that he'll join them.
What are you planning? Because the only way to make him okay is possibly a visit to that lovely Silver River that I visited once. Because I doubt it just... I mean, I have to be honest. I mean, I obviously I'm no theurge, and I don't know my way around all of these things perfectly or anything, but my mom's probably not okay. She's dead. The problem is ended. But does that mean that she's in the ancestral homeland somewhere? Doubtful. She wasn't even a Black Fury at the end. So what are you planning?
I'll sigh. Maybe I was planning to just bring him down. Maybe he won't be okay, but I want him to be. No, he was. And he'll smile, but it's a very sad smile. He was so brave, so caring for me when I was younger.
Remember him that way, if you can. But you know what you need to do. You don't even know for sure that the Silver River can cleanse him, even if he willingly went.
He always was one stubborn bastard. I'm not sure we can change him now. I don't think we can.
Probably not. And I don't want to be that person who has to give you all the shit news, but I think you know that already.
And he'll just nod. And he'll kind of like lean into her. There.
Yeah, she'll kind of put an arm around his shoulders, kind of squeeze for a second. You know what I mean, and then relax it a little bit.
Him, Gwen, Felix, Will, and soon you. Still keep contact with you and Will. Still keep contact with, but
Your family.
won't be the same.
Doesn't matter what happens to me. That's still the same. It's just a change.
I still remember when my brother joined. When I found out that my brother joined the worm, I became a child of God and I looked for him. I didn't want to be back home anymore because too many memories of him, of the times I had spent with him. So I left. I had an excuse to leave. I had to look for him. Then Gwen left and she asked me to come with her. And I wanted to so bad. I couldn't. But with all of my heart, I wanted to leave. Didn't want to stay in New York because I had the memories of being with her. Even though we only had been together for, what, 2, 3 weeks. But then, and there'll be a bit, like, you go from being very sad to being sad but with a good memory in it. So then I joined the Striders and I wanted to be in New York again. I wanted to stay.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not happy to be leaving. I just know it's what I need to do. It's not like I'm leaving behind everything that I am. I mean, you guys are with me regardless. It's not the same, but it is what it is, you know? I came here for a reason. I have accomplished that reason. I found my dad, and I even found out that I still have a sister.
He'll not did that. Zozo is cool.
It's taken me a while to realize all of it, but finally came to that point, I guess.
Nice. Once my time has come to leave New York, maybe I'll join you. But right now, Jess and Nick want to be here. I can't take them away from New York.
Simon, it's fine. I knew making the offer that you wouldn't and Jacob weren't likely to say yes. You know?
And he'll nod. Silent nod.
Yeah, I mean, you guys both have families, and I mean, he's got a fiance and his parents, and you have a life, and that's fine. I'm not someone who's going to be upset because you didn't go with your pack. when your alpha decided that she had to move. Life is a lot of changes. Some good, some bad. I wouldn't be the person I am now if I hadn't come here. I wouldn't know my own family history if I hadn't come here, you know? I mean, I knew my aunt, and I knew about my mother, and I knew about my dad, but he's told me stories. I mean, I don't remember my mom being a good mom, my birth mother, but he does. He remembers her being a good mother. Hoping to get a gift soon that I will remember it too.
He'll think. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's going to be good for you to have those memories, have good memories of her. But are you sure that's what you want to do, knowing that she's gone now?
I am sure. I am sure I would like to have something to remember that is worth remembering. As compared to this woman who loved me, but only in this weird, tainted way that made her want me dead because I was a weakness to her. That isn't what any mother should think of their daughter. I would like to know, at least vaguely remember the woman who maybe rocked me to sleep or played with me with my toys, you know?
Sorry, the cat, just sick, the cat's sick, just sick.
Okay.
Okay, it's all good. I'm back.
Okay. Did you catch what I said?
No, not all of it.
She said I would. Well, she went through the whole spiel of I want to remember more than just this woman who did these things. But I want to have at least some memory of the woman who rocked me to sleep and who played with me with my toys. I'm a grown woman. Like, I understand. I understand that that isn't who she was when she died. But I'd like to think that she loved me as a real person once. Even if it wasn't enough to keep her from dancing the spiral, you know?
And he'll smirk. I mean, I would have liked to think to keep my brother from dancing the spiral. But in the end, I mean, well, it's different. You already dealt with her.
We're at different stages on this path, I think. And I understand where you're coming from. I'm just a bit past it now, I guess. Or at least past the stage where you are. I accept what she was when she died. And it sucked that she died. Did you know that the last thing she did was try to, like, as Will basically just ripped her apart. The last thing she did was look at me. It's like she was trying to tell me something. But in that moment, at the very least, I knew that I was important to her in some fashion, even if it was a screwed up one.
Also, yeah, bring her closer to him. Would have liked you to have. I would have liked to have you by my side when I take care of that problem. But I'm not going to be mad that you can't be there. You have your own duties.
She nods. I'm not sure what I'll be doing once I get there. I think I know where I'm going, though.
Still going to join your sister?
Well, actually, I said I wasn't really sure where I was going, just that I wanted to be with her.
Until not.
But yeah, I've talked to her.
How is she going?
I mean, bitchy as usual.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Zozo if she wasn't.
She refuses to talk about important things. Kind of have to shove it down her throat to even pull that off at all. But she's still my sister. I don't care if she's the bitchiest person in the whole world. As long as there's I know there's more underneath that. Like once in a while it comes out, you know? She's radical and she's a little crazy. And she's definitely bitchy. And I kind of don't care. It's taken me 20 years to find her. Well, 19 because she's a year younger. 18 because I was 2 when we. So 18 years. It's taken me 18 years to find her.
I'll chuckle.
I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. If I found her, as long as she's not actively screwing me over, then I'm okay. You know?
It's what siblings do. It's what siblings do.
And if she's willing to move, to move with me, that really does tell me something, you know? Tells me that I do matter. Tells me that I do matter, even if she likes to pretend I don't. It's right up there with that hug that she denies ever happened.
Should have filmed it and he'll chuckle.
It'll be easier than you think to find us. We're moving up north in New York.
Joining Will?
Yeah, it can't be that much of a surprise.
No, well, until I think. Actually.
Please, you know me and Will.
be honest, well, he, I think I had figured it out. I mean,
I didn't know
I wasn't
until
supposed to tell
well,
you, but now that, oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, she will just be like, I didn't even know if it was a possibility until recently, and I didn't know that he was going to be going up there and challenging that guy.
To be fair, well, I wasn't supposed to tell you this, but he did tell me that you were planning to ask Zozo to come with you and join him. But I think,
Why did he tell you that?
I don't know, we just talked about people that we lost and talked about you. And I said that you were going to try and join Zozo and maybe Dimitri.
I still
He
haven't
said
felt
that
him. I've I don't know if I've told you this. I check and see if he's around every day. I can't feel him out there yet. I'm not saying I've given up hope. Probably keep using pulse of the prey like that until I don't know when. Forever maybe. But believe me, the second that I feel him, I am well, I'm sure you understand.
yeah, or not.
That's hopefully when I get the chance to find out what being married is really like. You know, we were only married a week when he had to go.
At least you got to get married.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Dated for like 8 months though. I mean, it's not the longest thing, but it's at least a semi reasonable amount of time to get to know someone and know if that's the person you want to be with.
You, I mean, love can
Huh?
come down on you. Love can come down on you pretty damn fast.
I knew I loved him way before that. It's like I told Will. Do you really think I would have chosen to fall for a changeling if I could have had a kinfolk instead? It would have been so much easier.
Yeah, it's definitely easier.
It has to be. I mean, I've never really. Well, I take it back. I have dated kinfolk before, but at the time I was kinfolk. So, and it wasn't serious. It was nothing like Dimitri was. It was just so ordinary. Like, I knew what he was, and he knew what I was because we met. We actually met at a club, and it was the first time. Our first date was bowling. mean, how much more ordinary does it get? That was what was wonderful about it.
Gwen and I met on a bus. Pretty damn ordinary too.
I just mean, but at the same time, like, we did know what the other one was. Because one of his friends is someone that I knew. And I knew he was a changeling. He was an asshole, but he was a changeling.
Yeah. I'm sure. Well,
and you know how it is. I'm just saying, you know how it is when you meet people who know other people. You kind of realize that they're probably like them.
and he'll nod.
I mean, that's how that kind of usually works. I mean, you can't be certain, but at least there's enough to be like, okay, they probably are. So I am pretty damn sure that Margrim warned him about me. And I know for a fact that I warned. Yeah. I mean, I was with. I was with Ophelia. And Ping.
Heard of them.
Hmm?
I heard of them. Since I've
Yeah.
told you.
Well, I hope so. Ping was a Strider. Ophelia, we went to war over.
Yeah. Very good reasons to know of them.
But my point being, the fact that I knew that Margrim was one, and I kind of made the assumption that Dimitri was one because they knew each other or whatever. And he made the same assumption about me because, well, I actually met Margrim through Ren, who he was dating. I know I've mentioned Ren to you. She was a child of Gaia too. It gets weird and twisty around with all the supernaturals around here. But yeah, anyway. You know, at this point, it would even be nice to see Margrim. He was such a dick, and just because he reminded me of Dimitri, I would be happy to see him right now.
I get it.
Do you?
I mean, yeah, no. If well, I still know good Jenkins. Whole, well, maybe whole. Other ones, I think. But well, if I met one who was a dick, I'd still be happy to be around them because, well, no, they share something with Gwen. They share something with Gwen. At least I think I'd still like to be around them. I don't know. I heard there are changeling dicks. The ones I met properly seem to be alright kind of people. I think. I know about Hall. He's a good guy. The rest, still getting to know them.
Hull? Oh, wait.
Christopher.
Right. Yeah, he's a weirdo. I only met him once, but he's a weirdo.
Yeah, he's alright. I mean, yeah, he's weird.
Dude has feathers for hair.
Yeah, he does. But he's a good guy.
She nods. I mean, the thing is, I know that I'm gonna see Will soon, and it's not like I'm not gonna see him. You know, like I'm not gonna like PM him or whatever. It's just weird hearing him actually do the goodbye. I think that was what kind of hit me about the howl.
Yeah. I definitely, yeah. I know what you mean. I mean, it's one thing to know, to tell yourself you'll be alright and to know when someone's leaving, but when they actually say goodbye, that's something else.
It will be okay. It's not like he's dead. Neither
No.
is calls. As long as we're alive, I'll be okay.
You know, not. The memories of good friends is what keeps a lot of us happy.
Maybe when I leave, I think I will. I'll do my challenge and then maybe I'll go visit Calls the Fury for a little bit before I come back.
You do whatever you need to do.
No, I mean, it's just visiting. She's in Greece. I've never actually been there. And that's where our main sept is at.
And I'm not. In the meantime, I'll like kind of look to where they're standing while lying down. What do you say to a nap?
I'm sorry, what did you say? What do
What
I
do you
say
say
to that?
to a nap?
A nap? I don't know. I have 1,000 cubs who all need attention.
I mean, I think they're training right now. It should be alright. And if they aren't, yeah, we can go help them. I'm sure they'll let us know. Well, let you know.
Well, the good news is that the ones who are further along in their training are starting to help with the ones who are not as far along.
Yeah, I mean, even Desmond is kind of helping Bounce.
And Helena. I've seen Helena too.
Get to know Hannah. She seems, I don't know, she seems good. Her smile is, wow. I mean, her smile is like, it's like a child smile. It's kind of funny.
You know what I want to do right now, I think? I don't feel like napping.
What do you feel like doing?
I need to clear my head. And she's gonna she's gonna like sort of start leaning forward as she, shifts into lupus. Because she was kind of basically placing her hands on the ground as she shifted, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, "Why don't we go for a run? If you want a nap, you can grab a nap after."
And yeah, I'll take Lucas. Sure, let's go for a run. Race you? Yeah, sure. No, well, not Marcus in his lupus, but kind of I guess, jump around.
She shrugs and takes off because, oh, see, I don't know if she knows how athletic you are or not. Um, in terms of running, like, I mean, she would be what, 6 dice, but in terms of how long she can run, probably equal to you.
Yeah.
So at this point, she's pretty much assuming that you're probably one of the few people that she might actually need a head start on. So she takes it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's, let's see, athletics. Yeah, he has 4, 5, 6, 7. I see, yeah, dexterity athletics would give him, well, 7 dice in Harvard plus a bit more, so.
No, so yeah, so you're 1 dot ahead of me, which basically means that it could go either way depending on the dice.
Yeah.
So she'll willingly take the extra take the lead as she pretty much bolts off.
Yeah, and he'll smile. And then he'll go straight, kill. Yeah, no. Try and catch up with her. Try and maybe even get ahead of her.
It doesn't actually matter how this ends up going.
Yeah.
We can totally just end the scene because it's basically all a big game anyways.
And as the two cub mates, pack mates start running together through the field of Central Park of the Sept of the Green.
In the Umbra.
In the Umbra. Because yes, that would be kind of weird in the middle of New York, but yeah. 2 wolves running together in the Umbra in New York. In the Sept of the Green. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching.